everyone. So I'm back. It's a little bit later in the day from when I filmed my weekly melting basket scoops and clams theme. But I do want to show my wax melt empties that I've accumulated for the past probably month of December of kind of random empties. Plus I have a ton of empties from my blue themed melting basket, and then a little bit of like random like hand soaps and actually a little bit of makeup. And then here's my other empties. So I have quite a bit to share. I'm gonna start really quick with kind of the random empties because there really aren't that much. And then we'll go into the wax empties. So the first couple things I'm gonna show are, of course, my Bath & Body Works hand soaps. I have 4 here that I've probably accumulated from the past like 2 months and just haven't shown. I just have been forgetting, or these weren't really related to my Christmas wax. Like these are more fall themed hand soaps, so I didn't end up showing them then. But the first one is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. I really liked this one a lot. I thought this was really good. Bath & Body Works hand soaps really don't smell like, they don't smell coffee-like. So I know it's Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, but it's not like you get any of that coffee from the latte. It's more a creaminess from the latte, but much more a body care, like sweet marshmallow, not like an ooey gooey marshmallow on a s'mores. But yeah, this one was really nice. Also, my husband right now is playing video games with his friends. I'm hoping it's not too distracting in the background. But just in case you hear a little background noise. This one was White Barn Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. I loved this. I'll say the only thing is I don't like these bottles. I prefer the clear ones to see how much, you know, hand soap you have left in the bottle. This one, because it's pretty opaque, I mean, if I hold it up to the light, yeah, even if I hold it up to the light, I feel like I can't really see the level of soap in it. So I don't know, not that it matters because you'll be able to tell as you're pumping down if it's getting low or not, but I kind of like more of the see-through bottles with the cute little like decorated label as opposed to just like the plain opaque bottles. But this was the only pumpkin pecan waffle hand soap that I had left in my store, so I had just grabbed this during one of the, I think it was just like a buy what, like 6 for $26 hand soap deal. I don't think it was any like other special deal at this point when I had picked this one up. But I love pumpkin pecan waffle. I love the Bath & Body Works pumpkin pecan waffle, and I love the Vendor Wax pumpkin pecan waffle scent too. The next one I have is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. See, this bottle I think is really cute because it's clear, but it's also got a little bit of like texture detail down here. This one was really nice. It says Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. It definitely wasn't like a strong cinnamon. It wasn't like a red hot cinnamon. It was just a nice fall scent. And then the last one I have here is Merry Cookie. So this one's a little bit Christmassy, but I actually just finished this one recently, so I didn't end up having this as an empty before like my Christmas wax melt empty video. But this is what this one looks like. Merry Cookie. And here's the scent notes right here. I like Merry Cookie. I also have it in like travel size body care, and I do like the scent. It says buttery shortbread, vanilla, bourbon icing, spun sugar. I will say though, this was one of the lightest scents that I've had in a hand soap. I remember like whenever I would pump out like, you know, a pump of soap, wash my hands with it, like make sure it has a good lather, dry my hands off and smell it, I didn't really get much of a scent. Usually I get a nice scent on my hands that lingers for like, you know, a minute or two. It's definitely not long lasting or anything, but I'll typically smell some kind of scent from the hand soap. The Merry Cookie, I like barely smelled anything, but it was fine. It did the job as, you know, a hand soap. So those were my Bath & Body Works foaming hand soap empties. Then I have 2 makeup empties actually. The first one is this NYX or NYX eyeliner. So this is the matte liquid liner. I've switched up between matte liquid liner, and they also have like a vinyl liquid liner, I believe, which is kind of like in between like the matte and a shiny finish, I believe. Sometimes I interchange them when I buy them just because the packaging looked so similar. I don't even know if they still have the vinyl one, but I've been buying this one for many, many years now. I really like it. It's very affordable. I think it's like around $8, for sure less than 10. It's got kind of like a brush tip applicator, but at this point now it's like a little bit dried out and it will kind of drag a little bit and be a little bit patchy when I put it on, so I know that this one's getting towards the end there. But these last me for months. I really like them, no complaints. But you know, makeup is something that like I'm not really like, I don't really have staple makeup products. I like to try out a lot of different things. So yes, I've repurchased this many times, and I actually have this as a backup, but I like to experiment with different makeup products. So I actually have a few different liquid eyeliners that I'm trying at the moment too now. Some have like the kind of brush tip, some have like the felt tip, so I'm just kind of experimenting. But that one I really like. And then my last makeup empty is this Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Gloss Plumper. So this is what this looks like. It's pretty much completely empty. I could maybe scrape out a little bit more, but I feel like at this point as a lip gloss, I'm gonna call it done. I really liked it. I love the Too Faced. Actually, my favorite lip gloss in general is the plumping lip glosses. So whether it be Too Faced, I love the Buxom lip glosses. Too Faced has another line of like plumping lip gloss, but it's not this like extreme one. That one's also really good. So anything that has the plumping effect, I love. Only because, not necessarily for the plumping effect, because I feel like it doesn't really work. I just like that kind of tingling. A lot of them have a little bit like of a minty kind of a feeling. But yeah, I just love that tingling sensation on the lips. Like I said, does it actually plump? I don't think so, but I just have gotten so used to lip glosses with that feeling that when I don't use them, I just don't really like them. I don't know why. But yeah, this was great. This is the thing, like I would consider repurchasing it, but I have so many lip glosses, and like I said, with the eyeliner, like I like to just try out a variety of different things. Rarely do I like repurchase the exact same thing. I'll usually rather just try something new. But I liked it enough that like potentially I would repurchase it again. This was in the pink punch color, but essentially it's like clear. It might put the tiniest bit of a pink tint on your lips, but really not much. And any plumping lip gloss I think adds a tiny bit of a pinkness, just because it, you know, that plumping sensation I think will just put a little flush on your lips. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then my last empties before we get into wax was this Zape. This was a Zape sample like body meringue, and this was in the scent Snow Angel. So they packaged it in like a little polypro bag with the sample. Ooh, it's kind of like slippery because of the lotion, but with the sample on the inside, just in case like the lid were to pop off in transit. This was in Snow Angel. I can't remember the exact scent, but I think there was a cherry note, maybe a coconut, and like a mint note in it. It's good, not my favorite kind of a scent, but I do like the sample body care. I will say this, so I'm currently using a Zape whipped soap, and I'm also using a Zape body meringue. Currently, I don't have them finished, so that's why they're not in the empties, but I have tried out the body meringues before, and I've been using it for like a month and a half, 2 months now. I will say, I think I prefer the meringues better as like a hand cream. I know they're marketed as body meringues, but they soak into the skin so quickly that I feel like when you're rubbing it in, it almost kind of drags a little bit on your skin because it's soaking in so quickly that it kind of, you feel like you're dragging the lotion on your skin a little bit. So I think I prefer Zape's body meringues better as hand creams. And I feel like that works out better anyway, because the size of the body meringues themselves are actually in pretty small bottles. So if you were to use it on your body, you'd probably use it up pretty quickly. But yeah, I enjoy their body products, and I think I would definitely repurchase them if I make another order on Zape's website. But it's not something where I need to like, you know, get rid of all my other body care and just solely use Zape. Like I again, like makeup, like wax, I like to try a variety of different brands and products. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it while I used it. All right, now let's move on to my wax empties. So let me just start with my two Scentsy empties. So these ones, yeah, I think these ones I both had from my blue themed wax melting basket week. So the first one is Sleigh All Day. I can't remember the exact scent notes, but I got both of these during like that Scentsy clearance haul that I did a few months back. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it smells like glue to me. I'm not sure why that is. It's not my favorite scent. I don't dislike it though. It's just interesting. It reminds me of some kind of like arts and craft project. I don't know why. I don't know if it's supposed to be like maybe, I don't know. I think Catherine King might have shown this in a video and said maybe there's a tree note to it. I can't remember at this point, but it was okay. Definitely not my favorite scent, but it had a like light to medium throw. I remember smelling it. I did this in our bedroom during the day one day. So it performed like all right, like a typical Scentsy wax bar performance, just not my favorite scent. And then I have I'm Snow Over It. This one I liked definitely better than the other one. This one is actually really beautiful. I think it had maybe a little bit of like a berry kind of a scent note, like a sweet berry scent. I don't know, it was really pretty, and this one actually was pretty strong in my opinion. This is another, this is another one I think I did during the day in our bedroom, one of the days of the week during the blue melting basket theme. So yeah, I enjoyed it. The next one I have, which I will do, and this is the last clamshell, is Super Tarts Family Matters. When I hauled this, I remember thinking like it has no smell. I thought it smelled like the plastic a little bit, and I couldn't smell the wax at all. But people did say that Super Tarts does so much better on warm. I totally agree. This blew me away when I warmed it. I loved it so much. And actually, even letting it sit and cure a little bit longer from the day I got it, it smelled a little bit stronger in the clamshell. Like even now I can smell some of that coffee, but I love it. Anything with zucchini bread and butter brickle, I tend to really like. So there was zucchini bread, butter brickle, buttercream, almond, cookie dough, vanilla cream, and coffee. This was just so good. It was definitely a buttery coffee, which that's why I think I pinpointed the butter brickle #1 actually, like a really buttery coffee scent. It was great and it was very strong. I loved it. All right, now what should we do? I kind of feel like starting with L3 today because I have a lot of L3. Again, it's a mixture of kind of random wax that I've done just throughout the past like month and a half, 2 months, plus a lot of my blue themed wax. So the first one I have is Telekinesis Bakery Bomb White Elephant Exchange Sugared Shortbread. These were her like brittle bakery bags that she had. It was in one pre-sale and I happened to pick it up in an overstock RTS. But this was amazing. I loved it so much. I would definitely repurchase this. It smelled like, I don't know. I was nervous it was gonna smell too much like bread because of the, I think Bakery Bomb is known to have a little bit of a bready note, but it was a very, very like sweet scent. So I actually think the White Elephant Exchange and Sugared Shortbread came out a little bit more. It was like so sweet. It was almost like a syrupy sweetness, like just so sweet. Not maple syrup, but maybe like, you know, a syrup you'd pump into like your coffee drink or something. Like it wasn't maple syrup you'd put on pancakes, but just a really sugary like vanilla syrup kind of a scent. I loved it. Amazing throw, lasted a really long time. This one was really good and I would repurchase it. The next one, again in a bakery bag, was Window Pumpkin Pie Salted Caramel Lattes and Sugar Milk. This one, the sugar milk wasn't bad. I know I had, what was it, like Cookies with the Clauses or Mrs. Claus's cookies, something like that had sugar milk as well, and it was just, it was a no for me. The sugar milk kind of smelled like old milk. This one I didn't notice the sugar milk at all, like on cold or on warm too much. I think to me it was just like a creamy pumpkin latte. That's what it smelled like to me. It was good, you know, decent performance. But to me, it wasn't really anything special on warm. I probably wouldn't repurchase this. I mean, maybe again next fall if I want another pumpkin pie kind of a scent, but I mean, it didn't wow me. Like, I don't need to like search for it and repurchase it right now or anything. All right, a few samples from L3. The first one is Deadly Nightshade. This was good. I can't exactly remember what it is, but I said it kind of was somewhat fruity. I enjoyed it, but I feel like you can't give too much of a review on the little samples, I feel like, but I think I liked it. And then this Mike Myers, this was like, I think it had an apple scent note, maybe a caramel apple kind of a scent. It was good. Didn't like wow me, but for the little sample, I think I enjoyed it. The next one is Asylum. This is I think this was a Bougie Bar Sweater Weather Vanilla Bean Noel and Cranberries. This was really pretty. I loved it. The cranberries really come out in this blend. I really liked it. I would definitely buy this again. It, to me, leaned a bit body care-like, and probably because of the Vanilla Bean Noel and the cranberries. This was great. I really enjoyed it. The next one I have is Cupcakes at Tiffany's Pumpkin Pecan Waffle. This was so good. This was a puppy pack. I actually just finished 2 pieces of it today. I love it. It's amazing. I would definitely repurchase this. To me, definitely heavier on the pumpkin pecan waffle. You know, maybe the slightest bit of extra bakery from the Cupcakes at Tiffany's, but it's really, really strong on the pumpkin pecan waffle. And I think that's why I love it so much. Amazing, so strong, long lasting. I really enjoyed this. The next one is Buttermint Birthday Cake. You would think I would have loved this one, and I did. I did really like the scent on cold, but I don't know if it got lost, if I wasn't really paying attention. When I warmed this one evening, I really didn't notice it a whole lot. I don't know if, like I said, maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention to it, but I don't know. Like, it doesn't stand out a whole lot in my mind. So I don't know. I would be willing to give this another try though, because I would really think I would love Buttermint Birthday Cake, but I just don't remember smelling it much that night. The next one is Caramel Pumpkin. It's funny, I put the sticker on here because when I first got it in, I really loved it. This had to have been in one of my first purchases from L3 because I marked it in July. The first time I smelled it, I loved it, and I remember it kind of like brought me back to these, like, oddly enough, I think they were like gingerbread cookies that my mom's friend would make us. Doesn't have anything to do with caramel or pumpkin, but I loved it. And I remember thinking, this is like making me hungry. But yeah, so I loved it the first time I warmed it. Then I put it away and took it back out sometime in the fall, probably October or November. And actually, I must have just finished it sometime in like November or December if it's in this empties video. But when I warmed it, like the last time when I finished it off, I don't know, it was just okay. Like, it didn't wow me as much as I remember like loving it when I first got it in and smelled it. So I don't know, like your scent preferences and things can change. I don't know. The first time I loved it, the second time it was just okay. And like lighter than I remember it being. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess I would maybe try it again next year, but also like just reading the scent note, caramel and pumpkin, it doesn't really like stand out to me. You know, it seems like a pretty like normal, I guess kind of basic blend, like nothing too special. So I'm not sure if I'd repurchase this again. But maybe because like I said, I loved it so much at first. I don't know. If I do repurchase that though, it would be in a small size again, like a puppy pack. The next one is Wintergreen Cake Batter Buttercream Frosting. I was just curious about the Wintergreen because I was experimenting with a lot of different mint scents at one point. Wintergreen is a no for me. I much prefer Peppermint, Buttermint, Rosemary Mint. Those are probably my favorite. Wintergreen is way too like, I think it's like, what, like a mint or like a gum, just way too much like that, or like an Altoid. I don't know. It just This one I didn't like. The Buttercream did come out more on warm. On cold, it was just Wintergreen. I smelled the Buttercream like a creamy, decadent frosting along with the Wintergreen after the Wintergreen died down a little bit on warm. I don't particularly remember the cake batter, but yeah, it was a good performer. I just, Wintergreen is just not for me. The next one is the Mist. I believe this was a 2-pack of Fluted Tarts. She did 2 packs of Fluted Tarts. It was either for a pre-sale or an RTS once, but I haven't seen the 2 packs of Fluted Tarts ever since. Usually she does the 4-pack of Fluted Tarts. This is Ozone, Saltwater Mermaid, and Abalone. This was amazing. I really liked it. This was a great bathroom scent, and it was extremely strong. I remember both 2-pack of Fluted Tarts when I first got them in July. I was not impressed at all. I barely smelled them. But when I used this one recently, it was amazing. An amazing performer. I loved it. I would definitely consider getting this one again. It was really good. And this would also be a great like body care, body wash, shampoo kind of a scent. I really enjoyed it. The next one, I won't talk too long about this one because if you watch any of my videos, you know this is my all-time favorite scent. This is Zucchini Bread Strawberry. This was a puppy pack. My all-time favorite. Always get an amazing throw. I always, you know, it's always so long-lasting, like lasts a whole day long. I love it. I'll repurchase this over and over again. The next one is Dreidel Fresh Baked Bread, Cinnamon Sugar Danish Butter Cookies. This was very good. It was like cinnamon sugar heavy on cold. Honestly, I didn't notice it too much on warm. Like it was fine. It didn't wow me. It was just okay. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it. It was fine. The next one is Aquaman, Ocean Waves and Sea Breezes. This is such a strong performer to the point where I actually had like 2 chunks left, so I was like, let me just throw them on 2 tea light warmers on my kitchen counter because I can't really spread it out in other warmers. It was like so strong to the point where I swear I almost like tasted it. It was that strong, like when I was walking in the room. So, I mean, this is an amazing performer, so strong and so long lasting. Also a really good bathroom scent, but something about it, I think it's the Sea Breezes scent note that I've had in other blends too. I think that's a really strong scent note or like oil, and I don't know if it's my favorite. So for me personally, I don't think I'd buy this particular blend again, but it is a powerhouse scent. The next one I have is Cupcakes at Tiffany Zucchini Bread White Elephant Exchange. Again, this was so good. Honestly, on cold, I wasn't impressed, which I'm surprised because I mean, I love Cupcakes at Tiffany's and Zucchini Bread. Like you'd think I'd really like it. On cold, nothing special. On warm, so good. I loved it. I can't say I particularly pinpointed any single one of these scents. So I don't know if I got like, you know how most blends, like I had my pumpkin pecan waffle cupcake at Tiffany blend and I said totally pumpkin pecan waffle heavy. This one, out of these 3 scent notes or like blends, like I can't pinpoint one over the other. I think it was just a really good even blend of all 3 of these. So yeah, I really like it. It was just decadent bakery. So good. The next one is Strawberry Sugar Cookie Dough and Cotton Candy Frosting. I think this might have been one of those like chunky chunks. This was really good. It was like really sugary sweet, like very sugary sweet strawberry scent. I think it's from the strawberry sugar and the cotton candy frosting. I don't know if I particularly pinpointed sugar cookie dough, but I really liked it. It was just, yeah, it was just very sweet, sugary sweet. But yeah, this was a good throw. It lasted for, you know, a good couple hours, so I enjoyed it. And then the last L3 we have is Dusty Fairy Toes Passionfruit Limeade. This was one of the first L3 items that I got because I had first gotten a mystery box from them, and this came in that. Based off of the weight, I think this was a 4-pack of fluted Tarts. This was so good. I loved it. Such a good fruity scent. I could take or leave fizzy scents, but this to me seems like it would be good mixed with a fizzy scent, probably because of that like limeade part of it, but it didn't have any fizzy. I'm just saying if you like fizzy, this would be a good one to add like just a fizzy note to as well. But it was really good. Really enjoyed. Good scent, really strong. This would be a good like summer time and spring scent. But this one was blue, so I think I did that on my blue melting basket week. Alrighty, the next one we'll do, I have two from that Smell Good shop, and I'll just talk over them both together because they were really similar. So one is blueberry and one is blueberry cookies. These were the 6-pack. They were both really good. They almost reminded me a little bit more of a blueberry like candy kind of a scent. So like this was more of a blueberry candy, not necessarily like a fresh blueberry, but I really enjoyed it. And then the blueberry cookies is blueberries plus cookie dough. These two smelled slightly different on cold, but on warm, honestly, they kind of smelled the same, just that blueberry note. But I really enjoyed both of them. They were pretty strong and pretty long lasting. I have to experiment more with that Smell Good shop because these are the only things I've melted so far. But so far I'm impressed and I'm really liking it. So I'm excited to melt more from them. One more Super Tarts, but this was the scent shot from the Jaws sampler in Great White. I loved this so much. I think I'm gonna love every single scent shot from the Jaws sampler. I just can tell on cold already that they're gonna be so strong. People suggested cutting the scent shots into thirds, even fourths, because Super Tarts is so strong. I did thirds. Well, I tried to do my best of thirds if you saw my chopping video on my blue melting basket. It is a harder wax, so it does kind of just crumble to bits, but I tried to kind of do thirds. So good. So I got 3 melts. I did these in my bathroom, so I did it in the bathroom 3 different times. So strong, so long lasting, leaked out of the bathroom for sure into other rooms. It was great. It was amazing. I have a few bathing garden samples. The first one is Snowball Express. Shoot, I didn't write the scent notes, but I think the Snowball, I think all 3 of these may have had a little bit of a mint note to them. So I have Snowball Express, Shiver, and Iced Peppermint Cordial. These were samples, so I can't give too much of a review because I think I did these in my living room. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it got lost a little bit in my living room. So this one I wrote, it was pretty up close, but to be honest, I didn't get much of a scent throw from this one. But again, it was just a single little sample, so maybe if I had spread it out, like if I had a clamshell and spread it out throughout my living room, I'd smell it a little bit more. Iced Peppermint Cordial and Snowball Express, I actually did on tea light warmers, these two. This one didn't smell that minty on cold, which I was surprised because it's Iced Peppermint Cordial. I do have a full-size clam of this though, so I'm interested to see when I actually warm the full-size clamshell. And then this one, Snowball Express, I thought was more minty actually than the Iced Peppermint Cordial on cold. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. These are scents that I definitely feel like I would like, and I'll have to look in my collection. Like I said, I think I have these two in full-size clams, so I'll actually have to melt those to form, you know, maybe a stronger opinion on them. But right now at the moment, they were all just like, okay, but hard to tell because they were samples. The next things I'll do are these 3 Southbound bakery bags. I rebag my Southbound, so that's why they're in polypro bags. The first one I have is birthday cookies. This was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I know it sounds so boring. It's birthday cookies, freshly baked sugar cookies with sweet vanilla and delicious birthday cake, but it was amazing and it was a powerhouse. Great throw, such a good, nice, strong bakery scent. I loved it. Honestly, I would consider getting it again. The next one is Blue Moon. So this was a blueberry scent. So all 3 of these bakery bags are from my blue wax melt empties. No, well, yeah, my blue wax melt empties, but from the blue theme. This was really good. I loved it. This is another one I would get again. Any of their blueberry bakery is amazing. I really tend to love it. Great throw, no complaints. And the last one is frozen custard. This was creamy vanilla custard with hints of fresh mint. This one was a bit of a disappointment. It was really pretty on cold, but it was light. Definitely a creamy vanilla custard. And you did get a little bit of the mint, but I didn't smell it at all on warm. And I did this in many different melting sessions in many different warmers. And I just didn't smell anything. I did this in the bedroom a few nights just to see if I could smell it because I thought the mint would be nice before bed. Never really got a throw. I did it on tea light candles. Didn't even really get a throw. Lots of different warmers tried to experiment with, and it just wasn't strong. And this is from September, so I don't think it was a lack of cure time or anything. I just think these scent notes maybe were just too gentle. So that was that one. All right, let's move on. I had to take a quick break there. I feel like every time I film an empties video, they're so long that like my foot starts falling asleep really bad, so I had to like pause. But I am back. Okay, so let's do Pharmacist Daughter. So I have some samples and I have some souffles from them. Or yeah, some souffles and some of their like little breakaway bars, because I have some empties from like the samplers that I got in like October. But the first samples I did are, so I did these ones because these ones were like my broken polypro bags from my, what was it? I think it was my pre-order video. Some of my little sample bags got squished and then the polypro bag was ripped a little bit, so I wanted to just warm them right away. The first one was Cookies for Santa. It was amazing. I'm so sad I didn't get this. I think this is one that I wanted to get in their like December 16 release, but I ordered a little bit later in the day, and this is one that was sold out already. It was amazing. I loved it so much. Then I also had Snow Angel, which I think I have a couple samples of these. Do I have another one? Oh no. This was amazing. This was so good. It was kind of like a body care scent. If I remember correctly, it's like a vanilla and like pink chiffon something. It was so good, so amazing, and so strong in the bathroom with just that little melt. I loved it. I'm so glad I have a full size of that. Then I have these two. I don't even know when these were released. Actually, this Great Outdoors might have been from one of their samplers when they did like the coffee, the nature, the pumpkin. This might have been from the nature sampler, Great Outdoors, I'm not sure. But it was good. It was nice. It was a pretty bathroom melt. And then No Brainer. I have no idea what this was. I couldn't even tell you, and it kind of got lost in the living room. I just didn't smell it. That was probably my fault though for doing like a little sample in the living room. So are these, actually I don't think any of these are souffles. I think these are all from the samplers that I got. So the first one is Menthe Phrase. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. This is from the mint sampler. This is Buttermint's Lavender and Marshmallow. This was so pretty. I loved it. I would buy it again. I did this one at night because of the mint and the lavender. It was amazing. I loved it. The next one is Pumpkin Loaf. So this one must have been from my pumpkin sampler. Pumpkin Chai, Funnel Cake, and Zucchini Bread. This was yummy. I really liked it. It was mainly pumpkin and zucchini bread heavy, I would say, with just a little extra sweetness from the funnel cake. But yeah, I really liked it. It was a nice throw. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I would get it again maybe, but I don't know like if they're gonna release that anytime soon or if that would be more of a like fall scent next year. But I enjoyed it. I really honestly enjoyed everything from the samplers pretty much. So the next one is Boy Bait, Coffee House, Blueberry Muffin, and Iced Lemon Cookies. This one was a little, like, this one scared me the most, I feel like, because I'm like, coffee, blueberry, and lemon. That seems a little strange. I have to say, though, mainly this was Blueberry Muffin and the Lemon Cookies. I don't recall smelling the coffee, like, at all. And, like, I I always write little notes on these, otherwise I'd never remember. But I said I didn't recall like smelling any of the coffee, which I'm actually glad, because I feel like the coffee would have been kind of weird with the blueberry and the lemon. But yeah, it was a really good throw. If you're expecting coffee, I didn't really get it, but it was more of like the blueberry and lemon bakery. But it was a pretty throw. The next one is Moroccan Spice Coffee. Coffee House Sugar and Spice Fresh Baked Bread. This was good. This one wasn't as strong as some of the other ones in the coffee sampler, but I still did really enjoy it. I would rebuy the whole coffee sampler because I liked it enough to rebuy it all. But if they sold these individually, this is one that I would probably not like get on its own. But if it came in a sampler, I'd be like, oh, whatever, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it. It just wasn't like, it doesn't stand out to me as much as some of the other blends in the coffee sampler. And then the last one from Pharmacist's Daughter is Sip by the Fire Pumpkin Chai S'mores and Marshmallow Fireside. This was a nice creamy pumpkin with a little smidge of chocolate, I think, because of that s'mores note. But not super noticeable. Like if you don't like chocolate and wax, don't be afraid to try something with s'mores in it. I think the s'mores and Marshmallow Fireside probably went good together. But yeah, I liked this one. This is, I guess, one more that was just a tiny bit lighter than some of the other ones in the sampler, but I still enjoyed it. The next bundle I'll do here is Body's Harmony. Most of these are from my Winter Wonderland Advent, and then I have a few just other ones from other things. The first one is Dressed Like Eskimos. This was day 1 of the sampler. This was really pretty. I enjoyed the little melt. It wasn't like particularly holiday. I mean, it was vanilla, pine cone, spiced honey, and tonka. I don't tend to like pine cone scents, but I think the honey and tonka was nice. I think it kind of changed it up and didn't make it like super holiday, you know, wasn't super strong on the pine cone. But I enjoyed it, the little melt. I wouldn't necessarily buy this like again on its own, but I enjoyed it, you know, when I warmed it. The next one is Winter Wonderland. This is day 11, Winter Wonderland and Sweater Weather. I don't really know what Winter Wonderland is supposed to be, but this was a really good performer and it was really strong. It just wasn't my favorite scent. I tend to like Sweater Weather, so I'm wondering if it was the Winter Wonderland that maybe my nose like didn't love, but really strong. I had 2 Snow Angels, so this was day 19, but one of them I got in an order as like a sample freebie, and then one came in my Advent. This was a beautiful scent. I think I remember thinking at first, I'm not sure if the Beautiful Day and the Warm Vanilla Sugar go good together, but when I warmed it, it was really pretty. I did it in my bathroom, long lasting. I swear this lasted like 2 days. I remember I didn't change it for a couple days because it just still smelled really strong. So I enjoyed these, and these were tiny little like gnome pieces, but they were powerhouses. I have day 9, Mr. Snowman. This is a lot of different scents in here. Morning Sea Breeze, Bergamot, Frozen Rain, Juniper Berries, Chamomile, White Poinsettia, hints of cedar branches, misted vanilla, and peppermint sticks. So lots of different things going on here. And actually this one was a little bit more like aquatic-y, I think because of the sea breezes, so that came out. And then there was definitely some extra sweetness, maybe from like the berries. I definitely didn't notice any like mint or anything when I warmed it. I think there's just too many scent notes in here going on. Like I can't particularly say I pinpoint like too much over anything else, but yeah, it was good on cold. This one I have to say though, like I didn't notice as much on warm. I don't know if it was the size of the melt. I can't remember what this one was. Oh, it looks like they were like snowmen, little snowmen. But yeah, I don't remember particularly smelling it on warm too much. Like it doesn't stand out. And then this one I got as a sample, Seagrass and Sage. This was a great bathroom scent. So good. Really fresh, nice, clean scent without being like, you know, laundry clean. This was amazing though. Like I would consider getting it again. It leaned more like beachy and aquatic, I think. And it had a little bit of that sage scent in it as well, which is why I think it leans like a good bathroom scent, like a good relaxing bathroom, bath time scent. I really enjoyed it. And then the last one, this is from the July pre-sale, the like Halloween, or no, not Halloween, but it was like a cartoon pre-sale. This was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and this is the scent in Twilight Woods, Falling Leaves, Purple Sandalwood. I think that's what it is. And then Purple Sandalwood is comprised of sandalwood, aromatic violets, cashmere woods, peach blossoms, French lavender, creamy vanilla, white musk, I believe. The label's a little cut off there at the bottom, but this was actually really good. I got all these like cartoon sample scents when it was one of my first orders, and it was a pre-sale, so I didn't end up getting it for like a month or two. So I actually got a lot of scents that I feel like now my scent preferences, now that I know what scents I like and dislike, I got a lot that I'm like, well, why did I get that? Like, did I think I was gonna like it? And I got no like strawberry pound cake, strawberry blends. But actually this ended up being really pretty. I really enjoyed it. This would be a really pretty like nighttime body care kind of a scent. Because it's like, it's a little bit deeper, like kind of romantic-y. I don't know. I thought it was really good though. Great bathroom scent, lasted a long time. Like I said, most of the time I get really great performance from Body's Harmony. So I really enjoy them. Then we have our last bundle here. This is kind of the bundle of random vendors where I only have like, 1 or 2 scents from each vendor. So the first one we'll talk about is Columbia Candle Supply. We have just Fizzy Pop. This was a really good, strong fizzy scent. Nothing like particularly special, but every fizzy scent I've had from every vendor is a great performer. This one's Columbia Candle Supply Cucumber Melon. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like the Bath & Body Works scent dupe. It was so good, so pretty, so fresh. Totally brought me back to like middle school, high school, because I feel like Cucumber Melon was like such a strong, or not strong, but such a popular scent. I really enjoyed it. I'm surprised. I feel like I don't see Cucumber Melon dupes from vendors as frequently as some other like Bath & Body Works scents, but I would love it. Like maybe that's more of a spring summer scent, so maybe come spring summertime, maybe I'll see more Cucumber Melon dupes. But let me know if you know any vendors who have that, because I really like that scent. I have 2 Britas here. One is Zombie Waffles, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Pumpkin Pie Spice. These were my little like skeleton skull heads. This was good. It was like mainly pumpkin pecan waffle with a little bit of like extra spice, I would say, from the pumpkin pie spice. It was really good though. I enjoyed it. I think Brita, it gave me like a medium throw. I don't think it was super long lasting, and it wasn't anything like overly unique. It was just a really good pumpkin pecan waffle scent, which I love pumpkin pecan waffle, so I enjoyed it while I warmed it. The next one is, I can't remember how to pronounce this, but it's pumpkin latte, zucchini bread, pumpkin pecan waffles, sweet and creamy. Again, I really like this. I really tend to like any blends with pumpkin pecan waffle and zucchini bread. I don't think like the latte came out too much, the pumpkin latte, but I think maybe it just made it a little bit more of a toned down blend, if anything. Like it just kind of made the whole blend just kind of creamy, because lattes are more creamy, like milky and creamy. But yeah, this was good. I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Then I have a Zape piece. This was from my mystery bag. This is in Blueberry Muffin. This was really good. It wasn't the strongest throw ever. For me, Zape is usually light to medium throw, including their scoopables. They tend not to be the strongest for me. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's like a formula thing. But yeah, I mean, I definitely smelled it. It just wasn't like a powerhouse scent, but it was really nice. And I enjoyed it while I warmed it. I have a Destination Wax bar. This is in shaving cream. So at first, when I warmed this, I thought it was kind of light and I didn't get a great throw, but I did smell it. So I did it on my warmers. So I have a few Happy Wax warmers, and those ones have the silicone dish where you can pop out the wax. So what I did is I did this in my office one day when I was working because I wanted to see if I could smell it. I didn't want to just do this in the bathroom and then never go into the bathroom during the day really very often. So I wanted to test the performance out because this is the first destination wax item that I've warmed. So like I said, at first I didn't think it was super strong. Like I definitely smelled something, but it wasn't super strong. Like not as strong as I like would have liked it to be. But what I did and what I've been doing lately is if I use my Happy Wax warmers, or I also have silicone like baking liners, baking cups that I'll also use in my wax warmers in my living room. What I've kind of started doing is if I want to see if there's any little scent left in the wax before throwing it away, I'll pop it out of the silicone liners or the silicone dish from the Happy Wax warmers, and I'll just pop the wax and give it just a little extra heat on the tea light warmers. And typically I do get a little bit more throw and can warm the wax a little bit longer than just throwing it out. So I do kind of like using the silicone liners, but I know they're kind of like, I think some people think that maybe it does hinder performance a little bit. Some people love them. I think for ease, I do really like using the silicone cupcake liners because it's just easier to change instead of using like so many cotton balls every day because I change my wax so often. But anyway, so when I first had it in the warmers initially, it was just a very light throw. It was fine. I would like to experiment more with it, but I popped it into my tea light warmer at the end of the day and it was so strong. So I don't know if it just needs to be in the tea light warmers and will have stronger performance. I mean, anything usually performs stronger in tea light, but I don't know if Destination Wax specifically, maybe I should just do it purely in tea light warmers. I don't know. I need to experiment more. Like I said, this is the first time I've warmed anything from Destination Wax, but I would consider getting this particular scent again, only because, like I said, I want to experiment more. And also, this is so funny, but it brought me back to my childhood, not of like shaving cream, but it actually reminded me of like when I was little and my mom would be getting ready for work in the morning. She always has used like a spray deodorant. I've like never really heard of like anyone else using spray deodorant, but it like literally looks like it's in a hairspray container. The smell reminded me of her spray deodorant. I don't know why, but it kind of like, I don't know. It was like a little bit of like a scent memory. So I would maybe consider getting it again because of that. Okay. I feel like I talked about that scent for a really long time. Okay, next one. This is Merry Christmas Baby from Vintage Chic. This is my second one that I've had. I love it. It's so good. So, I mean, this was already a repurchase. I would consider getting it again. It is no eggnog to me. It's mainly the zucchini bread and the cake, and I think that's why I like it so much. I'm not huge on eggnog scents. I mean, I will warm them, and it is nice to have them around the holidays, but that one, like, specifically is more bakery than eggnog. I have one Teddy Bees and Snow Covered Orchard. I've come to realize, and I actually had a comment, and I think Lexi from Two Quick Wicks has talked about this too. For Teddy Bees, actually, I think bigger quantity is better because I warmed this whole souffle. I cut it into 9 pieces, and I spread it out throughout the 4 warmers in my office, which my office is not huge, so that's a lot of warmers. I spread the whole thing out in my warmers in my office, so each dish was pretty full, but I got a beautiful throw from it when I used more quantity. I've also heard the opposite where people say less is more with Teddy Bees, and the first time I tried Teddy Bees, I would do just like, if I cut the souffle in 9 pieces, I would do 1 little piece in each warmer, and I didn't really get any performance. Like, I was pretty disappointed because I've heard that Teddy Bees is so good. So personally, I think more quantity with Teddy Bees is better, and it lasted all day long. I know it seems like maybe a waste if you have to use so much, and it is a little bit more expensive, but it's so much more long lasting then. Like it lasted a whole day, just like I did with the Destination Wax. I put the remaining wax, I popped it out of my Happy Wax warmer silicone dishes, put it on the tea light, and I feel like I also got, you know, a few more hours out of it. So, I mean, I still feel like I got my money's worth out of it, and especially because I enjoyed it so much more than the first time I tried with like the smaller quantity. But yeah, it was really good. And specifically, I know I didn't talk about too much of the scent, but this scent was beautiful. I loved it so much, and I feel like it's still like nothing I've smelled before. It was just a beautiful scent. I really enjoyed it. A few Broadway wax scents. One is Toucha Toucha Toucha. This was blackberry jam butter cookie, blueberry cobbler, blueberry jam, blueberry cheesecake. This was mainly just a nice decadent blueberry bakery scent. Really good, really strong. This one is Perfect Vacay, Bora Bora, pomegranate, key lime gelato, and crazy coconut. This one was really good too. I really enjoyed. This was a good like bathroom scent. That's where I ended up doing it. You got some of the key lime, like that key lime note come out, because I definitely smelled some of the lime. And then I think, let me smell it. Yeah, I feel like maybe whatever that Bora Bora is coming out. That smells a little like beachy, and you know, it says Perfect Vacay, so I would assume maybe it's a little bit of a beachy note. But yeah, it was really good. I can't remember now. Yeah, I think this was like something I got in the summer from one of her summer releases. One Rose Girls. This is Cupcakes at Tiffany's. This was amazing. I loved it so much. This was so strong. I know some people, it's like, I think Rose Girls Bakery tends to be hit or miss. This was amazing. I loved it so much. So strong. What's interesting is, so this is just from October, and it already had like little like crystals forming on the wax cubes. I think that happens with vanilla scent oils where it can kind of crystallize a little bit, and that did happen to me. And I store my wax like, you know, in a dark closet. It's always really cold because I don't have like the light on. But yeah, I don't know, it already started crystallizing, so that was a little bit interesting. But it was amazing and so long lasting. I would definitely get this again. I feel like most cupcakes at Tiffany's from vendors tend to smell like pretty similar. So I don't know. I just have to experiment which vendors give me the best throw. But this was amazing, so I would definitely consider getting it again. And then wrapping up with Salt Mountain. This is the last of my empties. Thank you for sticking along if you have. I feel like this has been a long video. The first one is Snow Globe. So this is from that pre-sale that she had, I think in October. This was a souffle. This is supposed to be spearmint, icy, peppermint, and buttermint. All I smelled was spearmint. So if you like spearmint, this would be a great blend for you. But I think I've mentioned this before, like spearmint isn't my favorite. I don't like that wintergreen. Creme de menthe can be a little iffy for me. So I was actually a little disappointed. I wish the peppermint and buttermints came out more. But if you like spearmint, I mean, this was a really strong performer. And then the last one, this was a loaf, and this was peppermint marshmallow cake. This was actually kind of interesting. When I warmed this up and chopped it, the wax almost felt like a weird consistency. It was almost kind of sticky. I don't know why, because I didn't really get that as much with the souffles, but the loaf was a little bit of a weird texture when I had chopped it. But anyway, this was good. This is peppermint cream marshmallow cake. I really enjoyed it. I like mint and bakery, but to be honest, I mean, it wasn't really anything special or unique. Like I definitely won't like, I'm not like craving this from this specific vendor. Like I feel like this could be a scent that I could get from, you know, anywhere. So I definitely enjoyed it though while I warmed it. This one I would say was like a medium longevity. But yeah, it was good. So that was all my empties from my blue melting basket week, plus just random empties from the last month and a half. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!